Thanks for watching the Orlando Sentinels Top 10 Plays of Week 10. I'm Charles King. I've got some great plays for you this week, but before we get to the countdown, let's watch some great finishes to some games from this past week. On the first play, it's Spruce Creek's Aaron Connor off of a pass from William Walter, and this 54-yard touchdown is the game winner with less than a minute to play to beat Lyman 19-17. Quickly now, let's go to Oviedo, where the Lions complete a comeback victory over Timber Creek with this 9-yard touchdown pass from Nick Carbone to Chase Kingsley. This score gave the Lions a 28-21 win for the 8A District 3 title. And now over to Hagerty, where Orlando University stops the Huskies on multiple tries at the goal line to win in overtime, 31-25. So some exciting finishes, but we also have so many good plays this week that we have some outside of the top 10 as honorable mentions. Colonial came up short Thursday in a loss to Boone, but Ramon Gordon made a pair of nice catches for the Grenadiers off passes from Kendall Williams. After making a leaping grab in the end zone, he follows it up later in the game with this play, where he adjusts to the ball and scoops it just before it hits the turf in the back of the end zone. First Academy beat Fort Pierce John Carroll 70-49 Thursday, and the best play of the game in my mind was this one. Linebacker Daquan Newkirk goes up and snags this pass with one hand and then returns it 52 yards for a touchdown. Royals will return to the postseason as 3A District 3 champions. Tavares running back Ezekiel Thomas has been a top 10 regular this season, and on this play against Mount Dora, Thomas runs into a wall of Hurricanes, but he bounces off of those defenders, leaving some of them on the turf, and he runs around the edge for the score. We got more to come from this game in the countdown. And for one last honorable mention, we go back to Hagerty. Huskies quarterback Michael Boudry hits Alex Swinson, who proceeds to make some nice moves for a big gain, but when he gets inside the 15, the ball is stripped. But that's okay. Tristan Tucker is right there to catch the ball off a perfect bounce and run it in for the score. Now to the top 10, and we kick things off at Lake Nona. Lions hosting Harmony. Tucker Israel connects with MEHDI ATTRACH, and he fights his way loose from two tacklers and then coasts up the sideline for a 28-yard touchdown. Lake Nona is in the playoffs with a 53-7 win. Two Winter Springs for number 9, Wakaiba with the ball, and Trey McGee rolls to his left but turns and throws to his right for Bart Bell. And this is a double pass. Bell throws long for Dante Thomas, who makes the catch, dodges a tackle, and runs it in for a 46-yard touchdown. And we still have more to come from this game. We have a pair of plays that are similar to each other, tied for number 8. First, we go back to Colonial. Kendall Williams pumps, then throws to the end zone for Tony Pitt. It's defended well, but Pitt challenges for the ball and pops it up, then secures it for the touchdown. Colonial lost this game 42-20, but all 3 Grenadiers touchdowns made it in this week's video. For the other play at number 8, we go back to Mount Dora to see another Tavares top 10 regular. It's TADARRIUS Patrick. This pass is short and deflected, but Patrick still makes the catch and then turns into the end zone for the score. Lots of great plays in this game, and we still have one more coming up. Let's see some defense now at play number 7, and for that we go to Freedom. This Patriots pass is high and off the fingers of the receiver, and JAMARI Smith of Dr. Phillips dives to pick it off. DP won this one 35-3 to improve to 9-0 on the year. More defense at number 6, and this is Celebration with the ball, Gateway on defense. The Storm quarterback throws deep, but TYWAN PEARCE is all over it. He picks it off at the 14, but doesn't get stopped and turned around until he's at the 1, and that's where the fun begins. This 99-yard trek for a touchdown doesn't meet any resistance until he crosses midfield. He avoids a couple of guys after that, but mostly just cruises in on this touchdown return. For number 5, we go back to Thursday for Southlake at Edgewater. And Southlake has the ball with time ticking away in the second quarter. Nick Guidetti throws to Trace McEwen. He catches and then flips it to Brandon Walker. And this hook and ladder is run to perfection, and it results in a 55-yard touchdown. That was a great play, but Edgewater was too much for Southlake in this one. In fact, Edgewater had too many good plays for me to even narrow it down. But I think I found the best two, and here they are at number 4. Right after that hook and ladder, Southlake squib kicks it to avoid a return before the half, but the ball ends up in the wrong person's hands. This is Craig Rucker, and in the open field, he is a nightmare. Watch as he weaves his way through everyone for a 67-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And if you can't get enough of Little Ruck, good, because I have another play by him here. He takes this handoff, makes a 90-degree turn to his right, and watch this full-speed spin move. So effortless. Southlake players give chase, but it's pointless, really. Rucker scored 5 touchdowns in this win. Now to number 3, and I have a trio of plays tied here in the 3rd spot. And all 3 are players refusing to go down. The first is by Cypress Creek freshman Jacoby Thomas. A tough year for the Bears this year, but lots to look forward to with the youngster making runs like this. He begins this run with a spin, and then he carries a defender 10 yards into the end zone. That was Cypress Creek's only score in a 45-6 loss to Winter Park. Next, we go back to Gateway Celebration, and this is Panthers sophomore Jason Owens. If you want to ride, hop on board, because Owens is carrying Celebration passengers 15 yards all the way into the end zone. This youngster Owens has been in the weight room. Gateway wins 35-3. For our other play at number 3, we go back to Winter Springs and another play by Wekiva. Trey McGee dumps it off to Darian Williams, and watch him go to work. 7 Winter Springs players are going to have a chance at him, but he spins and churns and fights his way all the way into the end zone and still never goes down. That's a big-time play by Williams. Wekiva wins 33-20 in this game on the road to claim its first ever playoff berth. Man, we had some great plays this week, and I absolutely love this next one at number 2. We go back to Mount Dora one last time to Berries with the ball, and I'm going to pause it and let you guess which of these players gets the handoff. Well, if you guessed Mount Dora linebacker Willie Smith, you were correct. This play is outstanding. Smith blitzes untouched and takes the handoff from the quarterback as if it was meant for him. And he goes 30 yards for a touchdown. That is certainly one of the best plays of the year. Mount Dora wins 57-39 to earn a playoff berth. You have to be wondering what could possibly beat out a play like that for the top spot. And we stay in Lake County for a pair of plays by Lake Minneola's Travis King. I like that last name, by the way. On this first play, King strips the ball loose, scoops it up, and then takes it 80 yards for a touchdown. At the very end of this play, he dives for the goal line at the last second. But as good as that play was, it was his second best touchdown on the night. On this play, watch as he reaches in with his left hand and rips the ball away from the Leesburg player. He gathers himself and then turns around and runs it back 38 yards for a touchdown. 2 forced fumbles, and he recovered both himself and returned them for scores. Lake Minneola crushed Leesburg 49-13 in this one. That's a great way to cap off an awesome week of top 10 plays. Thanks as always for watching. I'll be back next week to do it again.